Unit 4, Lesson 11, Domain and Range, Part 2. Go ahead and pause the video. Don't just copy down the answers when I write them down, but pause the video and decide which graph doesn't belong. And if you can, try to make up a reason for all 4 graphs. So I'm going to reveal my answers, and these are not the only answers. I'll even say some answers out loud. So for Part A, one reason that you can have is that it has a negative slope. You can also say it has a positive vertical and horizontal intercept. For Part B, I said that it has closed and open circles. You can say that it's not continuous because the lines are not connected. It has multiple pieces. For Part C, you can say this is the one that has a slope of 0. It has a constant y value. And for Part D, this one goes up and down, and it has curved lines. Just want to review real quick some vocab words. I'll post them on my screen. Describe the following terms and identify them for our activity. Intercepts, and make sure we're now understanding that intercepts are when they touch the x and the y axes. Our minimum is the lowest point on our graph. Our maximum is the highest point in our graph. And linear functions are functions that have straight lines. So like in Part A in 11.1, this would be a linear function. Even Part C, that would also be a linear function. Part D would not be because it's curved. Go ahead, pause the video and read through 11.2 and try question 1. You are going to be matching these 4 descriptions with the 4 graphs over here. Okay. I'm going to go through each description and reveal which graph it goes with. So for function H, the height of the swing in feet as a function of time since the child gets on the swing. Function H is going to be graph D. So make sure that we are going to graph D, and we're going to write function H, and then I'm also going to label my axes because I'm going to use that for number 2 and number 3. So this is time, and if you read 11.2 carefully, every time is going to be through 1 through 30, so I know the last point right here is going to be 30. Okay, I even know halfway up, so if I go about halfway is going to be 15. Okay, and then my y-axis label here is going to be the height of the swing in feet. So height of swing in feet. Okay, and we'll get to how we're going to label that axis in a second. Function R, the amount of time left on the swing as a function of time since when the child gets on the swing. Function R is going to be letter A, and that's because as soon as the child gets on the swing, this is the time left. So right now, when the child's getting on, we have all this time left, but as the child's swinging, that time is dwindling down. So again, this is time. They're both actually time. So this is a time child gets on the swing, which again, this is at 30. And this is the time the child has left on swing, which again is 30, okay? So the child's not gonna gain anymore. So we've got our labels there. So if I think about this point here, this vertical intercept, when the child gets on the swing at 0 seconds, the child has 30 seconds left on the swing. If I think about the horizontal intercept, the child has been on the swing for 30 seconds, the child has no time left on the swing. Function D, the distance in feet of the swing from the top of the beam from which the swing is suspended as a function of time when the child gets on the swing. Function D is going to go with graph C. Okay, sorry. So again, this is time, this is our 30, and this is the distance of swing from the top beam. This is in feet. And again, that distance is never going to be changing here. Okay, the swing is always going to be the same amount of distance from the top of the beam. Okay, and then function S goes with graph B. Okay, so again, our time, and this is 30. Okay, and then our dependent here is the number of pushes the adult gives the child. Okay, all right, if you haven't already, you're going to need your pink paper for parts number 2 and 3. Okay, your teacher hasn't given